Guys, good morning. What's up? What's going on out there today? Yes, you are right. It is Brent Abel here, webtennis.com. Another episode of, shoot, I don't know, some mindset training, whatever we want to call it. But today's message is those 5 seconds between your first and second serves. And we're going to talk about that in just a second because if you don't manage those 5 seconds really well, that second serve becomes problematic. So we are going to get into that in just a second. Look, first, if you've not yet picked up my between points routine, which is the between points reality of our matches, 80% of the time, we're not playing points. 80% of the time, on average, in our matches is spent between points and on side changes. And the reality is, look, when you manage that 80% super well, good things tend to happen in the points, the 20% of the match. So, look, right down below, there's a link. When we're done today, if you've not already done so, I want you to click it, drop in a first name and email address, and then you're going to get access to my free 9-minute video that describes my very specific 4 parts between points routine. Guys, look, between serves, we tend to not be real positive, right? We tend to, we miss a first serve, and then we start thinking about, well, what's worst case here? I mean, I got to throw in a second serve. First of all, hope I don't double fault. Second of all, hope I don't throw in that silver platter sitter for that returner over there in singles or doubles and let them just unload and take charge. And we got to change the self-talk. And the self-talk um, takes some time to change. Number one, it starts on the practice court, where you gotta level up your second serve. You gotta make sure on your second serve that that you're getting more swing speed, right? And look, for me, I get at least the same amount of swing speed on my second serve that I do on my first serve. I just stay sideways at contact a little bit longer on my second serve than I do on my first serve, so I get much more of a spin, right? We're trying to get that shape in there, right? And when you do that, you tend to get a nice trajectory over the net, good and safe, not going to double fault in the net. But the spin that you impart, the high quality spin that you impart from swing speed, is going to give you a good bounce over there, right? It's not going to go deep, and so you got to start there. You got to start with really trying to get much more racket speed on your second serve and not kind of slowing it down, just going, well, I don't want to double fault. Oops, well, there it is. It's a sitter, right? So, first thing is you got to practice a lot more on your second serve. And for me, again, swing speed, staying sideways longer at contact will give you a high quality spin. Then, number two, you got to start practicing when you miss a first serve that this is a real offensive opportunity for you with a second serve, right? You've already gone out and practiced this thing a lot on the practice court. And now I want you to tell yourself just one cue. What's the reminder that you want to give yourself? It's a between points reminder, between serves reminder. And for me, mine is always just make sure you finish the tossing motion. Get that tossing arm straight up in the sky when you're setting up, so that you now have the ability to be able to swing up and get that high quality spin that you want. But the self messaging has got to stop in terms of, okay, man, don't double fault now. Okay, well, don't throw in that little patty cake sitter, right? So we got to change all that. And that takes practice, right? Your between serves reminder is a positive reminder. For me, it's a cue, it's a technical cue. And when I think about that, I tend to not think about worst case, right? Double faulting or that sitter. Takes practice, not like a light switch where all of a sudden you get into a close match, you're at 4-0 in the third set, and now you're dealing with a second serve, and you're going, oh, that's right. I better have a positive cue here, a positive reminder. No, you got to start doing this between every time you have to play a second serve. And what you're going to find eventually is that you get super confident with that second serve, and that carries over into the point. I mean, if you think about it, if you miss your first serve and you're going negative in terms of those 5 seconds, thinking about your second serve, even if you get the thing in play, you've not set yourself up with any confidence for the point itself. You start off in a really kind of low confidence place, and it's tough to recover during the point to get confident. So, if nothing else, think about it like this is that whatever that self messaging is between your first and second serves, if it's super positive, if it's super clear, then you're starting the point off in a very confident mindset. That's that's a way better place to be than not. Guys, look, I hope this has been helpful. Certainly want to hear from you down below. What's on your mind today? Any comments, questions, remarks, feedback? Let me know. I love to read your stuff, and I promise to get back to you at some point. Might take me a day or two or three, but I will. And like I said at the very top, if you've not yet picked up my 4 parts between points routine, you got to get on this. This is a game changer. And it certainly was for me way back in the day when I got this thing from Jim Lohr. He just said, look, if you don't manage that 80% of the match really well, good things tend not to happen during the 20% of the match. So, right down below, there's a link. I want you to click it and get on this, right? It's a free 9-minute video that will get you going on my 4 parts between points routine. Guys, that is it for me today. It's time. We got to get out there, got to help someone else have a great day. Guys, I will see you again next time.